next batch of articles, ladies and gentlemen, this is big news. I feel like a lot of people are not talking enough about it, man. This is a rough day for Xbox fans. The console war. This is like the Gettysburg, like the Gettysburg Address or something. I don't know. Like Xbox players are in shambles. PlayStation niggas are up. I don't participate in the console war, but I've seen it on Twitter. Niggas is upset. For a good year, I think, there have been rumors floating around that the big three from Xbox were on the table of coming to PlayStation. That includes Gears of War, Halo, Forza. That's the Xbox big three right now. People dismissed it because it was only smaller games like the Sea of Z's, and Grounded, the game where you collect ants and shit like that. But it looks like the rumors are true. The first domino has dropped. Forza Horizon 5 has been announced for the PlayStation 5. You can wishlist it right now and it'll be available this spring. So, it doesn't guarantee it, but an educated guess would suggest if they're letting one of the big three go, there's a high probability we could see Gears of War E-Day or a Gears of War Remaster Collection on PlayStation. We could see Halo on PlayStation. And my personal stance, I don't give a fuck. I don't work for none of these corporations. I'm all for everybody being able to play whatever the fuck they want. It sucks that I actually think it sucks that a lot of people didn't get to grow up and try during the PS3 era, Xbox 360, Gears of War, because that shit was peak fiction. That shit was peak fiction. With the way Dom sacrificed at the end of 3, oh Lord, when you found Dom's wife, oh Lord, killing off every Carmine, oh Lord, fighting General Ram on the hardest difficulty in co-op, oh Lord. Those were great memories that a lot of people got to miss out on. So, I mean, if more people get to play it, shit don't bother me. I don't care. When Ty boomed himself, oh, Lord. Max. That shit was peak fiction. So, like, I'm all for people trying new games. The only thing I ask is if you're going to bring Forza, Halo, Gears of War, and whatever else you have coming down the Xbox pipeline, like Ninja Gaiden 4, and they're probably going to have more games, because keep in mind, they have a lot of studios that haven't announced games. Please, for the love of God, make these games crossplay. If Gears of War comes out, Gears of War E-Day, the new one, and it's on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and there's no crossplay, pack it up. We don't care. I don't want to say we don't care, but we don't care. Please, like, there's no reason to doing this half step. Like, we've opened one door. We might as well open up one more. We dip in our Xbox is dipping their toes in the water. Put your whole body in there. Embrace it. Crossplay. Nah, you're right. We don't care for real. So please, if you guys are going to do this, embrace it. For the people that are participating in the, what up, Trey? For the people participating in the console war saying this is some type of win for PlayStation, you guys don't work for these corporations. Stop corporate cocksucking. This is a win for gamers across the board. I don't care. What I will say, though, is it is going to be hard to justify if they continue to bring their heavy hitters to PlayStation. It is going to be hard to justify purchasing the Xbox hardware. It doesn't matter if the next Xbox, because I mean the base Xbox Series X is more powerful than the PS5. It doesn't matter. The PS5 is selling like 4 for every one Xbox, right? So if the next Xbox, whatever it's called, the Xbox 1440p or whatever, if it's more powerful than the PlayStation 6, it doesn't matter because all the software is available on PC and PS5. So they're going to have to improve the game. The Game Pass is in a good place, but they're going to have to make it even better, or they're going to have to come out with some quality of life features or some type of service that you can only exclusively get on Xbox. And maybe that's them banking on the Game Pass. Maybe they feel like Game Pass is that exclusive service that's going to make people buy Xboxes. I'm here to let you know, no. Because you can get Game Pass on PC. And for the longest, there were certain games that were exclusive on Game Pass to the Xbox and you couldn't get them on PC. Now everything is on PC day one. I don't know. So that's one thought. You think it's the move towards 100 games? What? Another thought I had about this. Hang in with me. I'm just a hypothetical. I'm just putting this out there, chat. Do you think it's a possibility this is Xbox signaling they're going the way of Sega? Because for those who are young in the chat, Sega used to be the fourth console. Their last one was Dreamcast, 2001. And then they transitioned out of the hardware and they went strictly software. Do you think it's possible that they will stop making Xboxes and they say, well, you know what? We're just going to own these IPs and we're going to put it on the platforms that sell. And Game Pass will become the new Xbox, basically. 100%. I still own my Dreamcast. It feels like it. I think there's a possibility that Microsoft could, or Xbox could become the new Sega. Which, it's possible, but do we want it? Remember, competition breeds excellence. Unless you're in the United States and they block, imports from like China. Because I don't know if you guys seen the Chinese EVs. They're light years ahead of the United States, but that's what the American government likes to preach. Also, DeepSeek. I don't know if you guys seen that, the Chinese AI. Anyways, they say competition breeds excellence. If PlayStation no longer has competition, because PlayStation and Xbox really aren't in they are, but not really. Nintendo's kind of its own thing. It has its own audience, but PlayStation and Xbox have always been direct competitors. If we remove that competition, that leaves a lot of room for PlayStation to abuse power. And let me tell you something, Sony ponies. PlayStation will abuse you. Sony ponies love to talk a lot of shit about Xbox, but let's not forget all those free games you get on PS Plus only exist because Xbox created games with gold. A lot of things PlayStation has done in recent memory has been a direct copy of Xbox. And they're just the more popular one, so they get more credit for it. But you would have not, and let's keep it on it. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of y'all still haven't gotten a PS5. A lot of you niggas is broke. Let me say it again. A lot of you niggas is broke. You rely on those free PlayStation Plus games every month, and there's nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is if we present the idea, there's a possibility that stuff could go away if there's no competition. So a part of me feels a little conflicted, I don't want to see Xbox go away. We got to keep each other honest. It's also kind of crazy consoles have lasted this long with how expensive they keep getting. Shit, a 4080 and a PS5 broke? If it don't apply, let it fly, chat. I'm just yapping. I'm speaking in general. I don't think so. They'll keep it. They don't make money off of it, but they'll make it as an example of what the standard should be. Same thing with Google and Pixel. From my understanding, the Xbox division has never really made Microsoft a lot of money. Microsoft's majority of their money comes from Windows still. Windows dominates most PCs. Most people are not on Linux. Most people are not on Macs.
But unfortunately, dick riding is not a proper form of transportation.
Basically,
you hear that, Shadow?
Xbox,
Get off my man Sonic.
Xbox is being subsidized by the success of Windows. Because remember, the Windows Phone it failed too. Basically, wait a minute. Is Xbox the DEI of consoles? A lot of y'all hate DEI. But if we think about it, Xbox is a welfare baby. It only exists because Windows is so successful. Because once again, it's never been super successful in terms of profits. That's why there's so much pressure for them to change their business model. And you're seeing them bring their games to PlayStation. So there's a possibility here that Xbox is a welfare baby. It's a DEI console. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. I'm using y'all logic against y'all. Microsoft makes more money from software, Office, laptops, computers. Yeah, like I was saying. They make money from Windows, Microsoft Office, that type of stuff. But their other stuff is never really sold. Like how many of y'all know somebody who got a Microsoft Surface? I heard they're cool. They're really cool to draw on, but like how many people actually own a Microsoft Surface, Most people just got Windows. They make their sales off Windows, that software. Is Xbox an industry plant? Nah, I don't know about that. Xbox getting deported? Yo, chill. Nah, the 360 era was dominant. No, it wasn't. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. What you're not taking, I said profits. I didn't say influence. Xbox, the 360 era is one of my favorites. I'm not dispelling the Xbox's influence. I'm talking about profits. Even during the 360 era, let's not forget what happened. They had the red ring of death. That shit cost a gajillion dollars for them. Everybody I've seen people in this chat say they had to send in 2-3 red rings of death Xboxes. And kudos to Xbox, because They didn't charge nobody. They said, send it in, we'll fix your shit, or we'll send you a new one. That cost them a lot of fucking money. So no, even in the 360 era, because of that, it kind of fucked them over. And I don't want to say nobody, but hardly anybody bought an Xbox One, and the Series X is struggling too. So no, believe it or not, you can be influential and you could also not make as much profit as the top dogs. That is 100% possible. Matter of fact, not to toot my own horn, I'd argue I'm very influential. But am I the most popular, the most profitable person? No. But you see niggas biting the style. Whether they're small or big. Come on, chat. Come on. You said PSN on 3 getting hacked was crazy too. Yeah, the PS3 getting hacked was crazy. Them niggas, that was a crazy era. That was, when the PlayStation was getting hacked, that shit was getting hacked like every other month. That, I'm not gonna lie, PlayStation getting hacked is what kept me on Xbox. That's what took me, although I couldn't afford it either, but I wasn't trying to afford a PlayStation back then. I was like, you niggas is getting hacked all the fucking time. Lizard Squad was on them niggas. Hey, I got my credit card info took it. Niggas in the Philippines buying big screen TVs with your PlayStation account and shit. Like, that was a crazy time, bro. That was a crazy time. I don't think back then Sony, and this goes back to why I would hate to see Xbox disappear. Because remember, competition is important. One of the main reasons why the PS3 got hacked so much is because their encryption was trash. The security features on PlayStation were trash. Granted, it was the turn of millennium. People weren't as tech savvy, so they probably didn't think people were really trying to hack consoles like that. But Sony had to learn the hard way. And guess what? Because people were looking over at the Xbox and saying, Xbox isn't getting hacked all the time, I'm going over there. That kept Sony honest. And that's why I said it's fun to crack these jokes and giggle over the console war, but like, competition is good for everybody. It's good for everybody. You think Sony could do PCs or no? I don't think they would want to. They removed Linux off that damn console. Shit was crazy. Do you think it was because I think the PS3 Online was free, so they didn't invest their money in the online? Possibly, yeah. But also could it just be negligence, Sometimes you don't have an idea until you see it, and you're like, oh, let me take that idea and improve upon it. But we'll see. The bottom line is Forza Horizon 5, one of the good Forzas, is coming to PlayStation. So if you are a PlayStation Sony pony, you can now play this game. Because last I checked, Gran Turismo is not that hot. It's not that popular on Sony platforms right now these days. So maybe you guys finally got a racing game that you can enjoy. Because one thing I will say is Horizon is a very consistent franchise. It is a very consistent franchise. Sony makes cameras too, but I don't know how much popular they are. I'm using a Sony camera right now. I love their cameras. But Gran Turismo is bigger in Europe. That makes sense why I don't care. Have you covered this already? What's this? Still can't believe Ubisoft created a game in 2025 where a black man goes around killing Asians. This just looks like grifting for attention. Now, in what was it? Resident Evil 5, when 2 white folks ran around Africa shooting niggas, nobody had a problem with that. Like, you know why? Because it's just a video game, and also they were like zombies or whatever. Motherfuckers just, y'all gotta stop following. This is why, join Blue Sky. We gotta stop engaging with this shit, bro. Yeah, the game looks fun to me. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, some of the hate for this game is feeling a little forced. You can say you're not interested in it, but to say it looks like straight up trash is crazy to me. Like, the hate for this game is getting forced. Can y'all get on Blue Sky? Like, get the fuck off this goddamn website, bro. This shit is an alt-right pipeline. I commented on it. These niggas is annoying as fuck. Yeah, now this nigga about to be my algorithm. I'm gonna have to block him, bro. What's Blue Sky? It's a Twitter alternative that runs on the AT protocol, meaning it's decentralized. It's on the blockchain, baby. Meaning that you actually own your content. Billionaires can't come in and fuck up everything. What's an alternative? They actually just hit 30 million users. It has a lot of really cool moderation tools. I still post on there. But we gonna see. Now, if you're wondering why Forza is coming to PlayStation, it's because 64% of consumers spending on Microsoft titles in December was on PlayStation. I repeat, you heard that correctly. 64, almost 70% of people with purchasing power, money, spent money on Microsoft titles in December. They were PlayStation. This is funny for multiple reasons. Let me tell you why. It just reinforces my argument that PlayStation niggas don't buy Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the greatest RPG of all time. Do I need to? Hold up. Let me. Where that shit at, bro? If you didn't play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you're not a real gamer, nigga. None of you niggas played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. What does it say? The best-selling games of 2024. Number 9 is Elden Ring. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know, we're in 2025, 3 years after it came out. Elden Ring is still one of the best-selling games of the past year. Where's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? The game that pulted PlayStation into the zeitgeist, the greatest RPG of all time. I don't talk, and then, you know, the funny part is niggas be in my comments mad about this shit. Why y'all fight the console war? It's not even real. Because you're not even supporting the platform. You claim to be a Sony pony, but when it's time to ride it down, you in the bed, nigga. When it's time to get up at 5 a.m. and say the British are coming. Oh no, the Xbox is coming. The Xbox is coming. You ain't there to fight them. You open up, you turn on your PS5 and you download it Grounded and you play and you tickled the booty of ants and shit. That's what they do in that goofy ass game. Be drinking water from leaves and shit. Be killing ants with your magnifying glass, floating around like Mary Poppins on a leaf. That's what y'all do on PlayStation. Y'all didn't play Final Fantasy. You didn't play Rise of Ronin. Where didn't Rise of Ronin come out last year? That was on PlayStation.
Your resub is
people didn't buy it.
But honestly, there's only one ideology.
You know what y'all did buy?
To, and that's Sonic's BB.
Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves. You're not fighting Sephiroth. You're fighting other pirates across the 7 seas. That's what you're doing. I don't know why you niggas be lying about the games you going. That is why, to reinforce, well, why are they bringing Forza to PlayStation? Because apparently PlayStation niggas love to sit in Twitter spaces and talk about how trash Xbox is, but the biggest consumers of Xbox games is PlayStation niggas, bruh. This is crazy. This is crazy. No stellar BBL. No stellar BBL. No stellar BBL. This is crazy. The biggest PlayStation games of last year, none of them are in the top 10.
Every new follower reminds me of when my parents
It's crazy, man.
were followed in Crime Alley.
Anyways, thanks for the follow. What games actually retain their player base? Well, clearly Helldivers 2 and Black Ops 6. Marvel Rivals did. Why is Spider-Man 2 the game of the year not on the list? Well, Spider-Man 2 came out in 2023. Time flies, doesn't it? That was 2023. This is 2024. Other news I got for ya. Some good news coming out the PlayStation camp. Yeah, where's Wukong? Sony drops PSN requirement for PC in upcoming game. A Sony-funded upcoming game, which the company will also be publishing, has apparently dropped the PSN count requirement on PC. The game is none other than Final Fantasy-inspired PlayStation China Hero Project Lost Soul Aside, which is set to release on the PS5 and PC simultaneously. This was more like Devil May Cry from what I remember, not Final Fantasy. Sony is possibly making exceptions when it comes to PSN requirement on PC, as spotted by Twisted Voxel, and a SteamDB entry for Lost Soul Aside shows that Sony removed third-party accounts PlayStation requirement back in December. PlayStation Lifestyle can confirm at the same time of this writing the change appears in Lost Soul Aside's changelog. To be clear, Sony doesn't classify games like Lost Soul Aside and Helldivers 2 as third-party titles since they're fully funded and published by PlayStation. Sony picked up their game as part of PlayStation China's Hero program nearly a decade ago, and it's a PS5 console exclusive. This means not everything will remove it, but it's a possibility it could come in the future. Why is this a big deal? Because this is a problem for some people. Maybe not here in the States, but I know in other regions, they don't have access to Sony's PlayStation Network, so they can't play games that come to PC because they can't make a PlayStation account for whatever reason. So this is why a lot of people hate this shit. Also, people hate making Sony accounts on PC because Sony is a security risk. We just talked about that earlier. They don't have the best security. The niggas, Lizard Squad was legendary. We need a Lizard Squad documentary. So that's another reason people don't like it. It's also just a hassle. People just want to play their fucking game. They don't want to make PlayStation accounts. I did that for PlayStation. I'm confused. It's saying 64% of PlayStation users bought Microsoft, or 64 of Microsoft sales come from PlayStation. Let me read it back. How you bring up the last tab again? What is it? Shift Alt T? If Xbox disappear next generation, PS4 niggas are gonna take another L. They gonna take an L regardless. It ain't Alt F4, 600, Control Shift T, Control Shift. I lost it, bro. Oh wait, Control. Can I do it again? Oh, there we go. 64% of consumers spending on Microsoft titles in December was on PlayStation. Yeah, so that means 64% of people who are buying Xbox games, it was on PlayStation. Because keep in mind, grounded in what's that shit called? Sea of Z's. That shit is so boring. I can't even remember it. Sea of Z's. It's on PlayStation now. I had to make sure you made me question myself. Did I read that right? More PlayStation 4 news. I know PlayStation 4 niggas is tired of hearing about themselves, but you know, we got some news for y'all. Starting January 2026. I repeat, starting 1 year from now. It is January 30th, 2025. So literally 1 year from today's stream. Don't act like you weren't warned. 1 year from now, in January 2026, I don't want to see you niggas in the comment section acting like I didn't put you on. I don't want to see you on Twitter. I don't want to see you in my stream asking why, where the free games at, bro? Where the free games? Because starting January 2026, PS4 games will no longer be offered as a regular monthly PS Plus offering. As we shift to PS5, which you should have did. It's been 5 years now. PS4 games will no longer be a key benefit, will only be occasionally offered for PlayStation Plus monthly games. Yeah, this should have been done. And part of it is what can they offer you? There's not a lot of new the only new PS4 game I know that's coming out soon, and it might have came out already. Y'all remember that fucking bullshit ass Among Us clone? What was that joint, the anime version? Death Note. Y'all want Death Note for free or something? Ain't no games coming to the fucking PS4. I think Metaphor came to the PS4. You're not gonna get that for free. That's already out. Get a fucking, this is their nice, because I know I can be a little bit too blunt and that hurts people's feelings when I tell people to get a job. Although I don't know why it should hurt your feelings more that when you open the fridge, there's nothing there. But you know, this is their nice way of them saying, hey, guys, it's been 5. Actually, it'll be 6 years when this comes out. And matter of fact, you guys know 5 rounds up to what? 10. So in the 6th year, they said, hey, we're just letting you know, no more free stuff, okay? We're cutting off the EBT on your console, okay? So you're gonna have to play Fortnite Season 2. Enjoy that Tilted Towers, nigga. Next. We've been talking about this on stream. Playing Geometry Dash. We've been talking about this on a couple other streams. I found a couple articles talking about there's rumors floating around United States government that Trump was looking to add a tariff to semiconductors. For those unaware, semiconductors are a very important component to developing technology. It plays a role in everything: cars, computers, consoles. Consoles are just computers for games. Any piece of tech has some type of semiconductor in it. And people were like, why you talk about politics? When I talk about politics on the stream, it's usually pretty lighthearted. And usually it pertains to gaming. And I said, hey, you've been warned. There's rumors going around. So if you want to upgrade your PC or you're interested in a PS5, you might want to buy it now because there's a high probability that tariffs are going to hit the United States and it's going to increase prices through the fucking roof. And a lot of these parts come from Asian countries where he's talking about putting a 60+% tariff on these products. We now have a confirmation that these rumors are true. You can hear from his mouth.
Plans put together. In particular, in the very near future, we're going to be placing tariffs on foreign production of computer chips, semiconductors, and pharmaceuticals to return production of these essential goods to the United States of America. They left us and they went to Taiwan, which is about 98% of the chip business, by the way. And we want them to come back, and we don't want to give them billions of dollars like this ridiculous program that Biden has. Give everybody billions of dollars. They already have billions of dollars. They've got nothing but money, Joe. They didn't need money. They needed an incentive, and the incentive is...
Hey, he's rambling. You heard him, though. You get this nigga's just yapping, bro. You get the gist of it. It's a probability. It's a high probability. It's about to happen. So, hey, don't act like you didn't warn. I'm just trying to put y'all on the info. So, jokes aside, jokes aside, to the PS4 niggas that are watching that get offended when I talk about this shit, or if you're actually interested in a PS5, I would highly, highly, highly suggest taking saving money seriously. Because ain't no telling what the prices are gonna go to when tariffs start to hit, because we don't know what percentage of type of tariff he's going to put on these semiconductors. We just don't know. We don't know. Yeah, I know, Nita. I know. I don't even want to talk about that shit. Tech for the skyrocket, everything. If you want an iPad, if you want a laptop, if you want a gaming rig, if you want a micro, well, depending on what kind it is. The new cameras, they use, I'm telling you, Best Buy is about to get real expensive, boy. Anyways, we got a new teaser for Invincible Season 3. At this point, you should just get ready for the PS6, right? Just get ready for the PS6, guys. Give it up. Use that Klarna. It starts now. The mind of Jaden Smith, a brilliant white room.
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
February 6th, who's ready? Who's ready? Show's gonna go crazy. I just finished it like a few weeks ago, season 2. I'm ready for season 3 next month. I just hate how they keep releasing episodes 1 week at a time. Oh, you want it all at once? Terrible trailer. I mean, it's just a teaser. Man, let me buy a PS4 before it's too late. What? Back to PS4 niggas. We have another update coming out the PS4 community. Let's check this one out. Let's see what's going on here in the PS4 community. Now, if you're missing what happened, the gentleman in this video just jump-started his PS4. It took him 18 seconds to jump-start his PS4. Do you know what you could have did in 18 seconds? You could have opened up Chatbot GPT. You could have opened up Perplexity Claude. You could have opened up Llama. You could have opened up Microsoft Pilot and said, hey, write me a job resume. Here are my credentials. You could have did that in 18 seconds if you type fast enough. And the bot would have gave you some type of, because you should edit it. It would have gave you an idea of what your next job resume should look like so that you can eventually afford a PS5. But instead, we're recording ourselves for TikTok, for social media, showing everybody. Like, you remember when the red ring of death happened and people did the bath towel trick where you overheated the Xbox 360? Like, we did that because we was kids and we had to survive. But a lot of y'all are adults now, okay? Let it go. If you have to pop the trunk on your truck and get the jumper cables out to start up your PS4, it's time to let it go, guys. Nothing on there is going to play well anyway. It's going to be playing at 15 frames. And if you thought I was just poking fun at PS4 niggas, we also have an update for the Xbox. Apparently, Xbox One niggas haven't gotten the memo either. Let's check it out. What's going on in the Xbox community? You're cooked when you got to jumpstart your Xbox One. This one was especially funny to me because you niggas don't even got no games to play on the Xbox One. These niggas jump starting the Xbox One to play Connect games. This shit is fucking funny, bro. Let this shit go. Let it go. Let it go, bro. That shit is a weapon of mass destruction, bro. This nigga channeling the electricity. This nigga rubbing his feet on the carpet barefoot, channeling the electricity through his body, focusing it through a screwdriver and touching his Xbox to jolt that bitch on. Get the fuck off this shit. What is wrong with y'all, man? What is wrong with y'all? This nigga said, static shock. Like, all right, Black Lightning, chill out, bro. How did you even figure that out? Desperation. That's how he figured it out. Desperation. You so that, like, and I can't stress this enough. The amount of time you spent learning how to funnel electricity like Benjamin Franklin.
Selena sees this month's bank statements.
You could have filled out a job application. You could have figured, this nigga's he's a firebender. He's an advanced firebender like Azula, fucking creating lightning and he putting it in the Xbox One. This is crazy.